Hello, good morning. Here we are. It is time for our weekly breathwork meditation and silent meditation. So I like to do these on Sunday um, before I do any planning for the week because it brings me to a place of calm and clarity while I'm um, just prepping for the week. So I have okay, just so you know, I do have a sauna to help me with reoccurring tasks and things like that. But honestly, I have, this is a bigger list of like my top priority things. And then I make a list like this at the beginning of the week of things that I want to absolutely get done during the week. And then on top of all of that, I have a calendar to help me schedule the emails that I want to send out every week. So yeah, I still write things down. And it's interesting with this one, with this calendar view like this. I used to, when I had, when I worked in corporate America and I had a office, I would have a calendar on the wall where I would plan things out. I also used, Microsoft Project to manage projects. But I like to do this breath work and silent meditation to get me in a place of quiet and calm so I can do this work, planning my week. How does it fit in with the work that I want to do? And it also, more importantly to me, helps me come from a place of authenticity. So I'm doing things that feel like they're right for me to do, and I'm communicating that information. So that's why I do this every week, and I'm really glad that you are here to share it with me. Now, if you want to let me know where you're coming from in the chat or ask me questions, just go ahead and put them in there at any time because I love hearing from you guys. I love getting your feedback. It also influences me on the new meditations or mindfulness courses that I create. And I'm working on a new book, which was directly inspired by a couple members of the Mindful Life community. And if you want more information about the Mindful Life community, you can check it out in the link below. Now, this is the Sunday before Thanksgiving for us here in the United States. And I thought it would be good to start this week with a breath work practice called gratitude breath. Now, this is a breath work and meditation practice that uses the power of gratitude to transmute challenging emotions and invite more positive emotions into our experience. Whether or not you're having challenging emotions right now or not, it doesn't really matter. You are going to be inviting more positive emotions into your daily experience. Positive psychology research associates gratitude with greater happiness and health. And I'm sure that you have experienced that yourself. I have a couple meditations that are about gratitude. You can listen to them here on YouTube, but you can also listen to them on Spotify and Insight Timer, which is where you will find all of my work and you will find it there first before I post it to Spotify and YouTube. So, some of the benefits of gratitude breath is that it soothes our nervous system. I don't know about you, but when I get anxious, like things get tight. Blah. And doing this helps me release, right? And that opening of emotions and opening of our heart for more positivity. It's going to relieve stress and anxiety. It gets, I shouldn't say it gets rid of, it quiets negative thinking. It doesn't necessarily get rid of it because old habits die hard, but it will quiet that because we if we have negative thinking, that's just like an endless loop of negativity that just keeps going round and round and round. So we want to quiet that inner voice because our brain is always looking for problems to solve, and negativity is sometimes the result of that. The other thing that it does is that it promotes feelings of warmth and gratitude, which here we are. It is the week before Thanksgiving. A lot of people are already off, already traveling to see family, and we want to embrace that warmth and gratitude. I'll be doing this breath work before I go and visit my father and my stepmother on Thursday for Thanksgiving. Not because I have any issues with them and I'm not feeling negatively, but just because I want to embrace that warmth and gratitude, being grateful for still having both my parents and having a lovely stepmother that I adore, and just being grateful to be able to share that time with them still. Now, if you're feeling anxious or frustration, this is a really good meditation, breath work practice to do if you're feeling that way. So, if you're ever feeling like, or just pissed off about something, right? Like, this is a good one to practice. So, and I'm actually creating a series of uh, courses that are designed for, like, there's one about focus, there's going to be one about gratitude. This one will be included in that. There'll be one about clarity and calm. I haven't finished them yet. I have so many ideas and only so many hours in a day that I just have to pick and choose which ones I'm going to do first. All right. So before we get started, if you have a watch on, I want you to take that watch off. Make sure your feet are flat on the ground, legs not crossed, limbs not crossed. And let me tell you why. We want our energy to be able to flow freely through our body without anything to impede it. And you might say, well, why does a watch matter? Well, because it's mechanical, whether it's electronic like the one I have, or even an old school one that you wind, or one with a battery, it doesn't matter because that energy will break that flow. So we want the flow throughout our entire body. Um, it just occurred to me that because I have a titanium hip now, a titanium left hip, I wonder if that causes any break in the flow. Probably not. Anyways, so make sure you're sitting comfortably or laying down. So Let's take a few breaths. Let's be very conscious about that breathing. If you want to close your eyes or soften your gaze, I like to do that when I'm doing breath work, is because it it removes visual distractions for me. So feel free to do that if you want to. So let's just take a few conscious breaths now to connect to our physical self. So breathe in deeply. We don't have to hold it or control it. Just take a deep breath. Always feels good. Always feels good. I love that. Now, just keep breathing in a rhythm that feels comfortable to you and soothing for your body. So you can take deep breaths like I was, or just breathe comfortably. Now, I want you to bring to mind something that you are grateful for. It could be anything. It could be your family. It could be your home. It could be your health. It could be my new hip. Bring that to mind right here. What are you grateful for? Now, as you are picturing this thing that you are grateful for, notice how the feeling of gratitude fills up your heart as you breathe in. And allow this feeling to spread from your heart to your entire body as you exhale. Now, you may have noticed if you were watching that I had a little smile come to my face, and you may have too. And if you haven't, I invite you to encourage a little smile as the feeling of gratitude spreads to your face. Now, allow your imagination to bring to mind more things and people that you are thankful for. Just continue to breathe and think of all those things that you are grateful for, all those people. as you continue to breathe, just let your mind wander to things and people that you are grateful for. I don't know. I seem to have a never ending list of things that I am grateful for every single moment. Okay, to finish up, let's take a grounding breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. Okay, how was that? How did you feel when you were doing that? Tell me about what your experience was. I can tell you, my experience was that when I let my mind start wandering to other things that I am grateful for, the list just kept getting bigger because my mind was wandering to my home and then the crepe myrtles at the front of my house and the azaleas and the Japanese maple and my front porch and the furniture I have on my front porch that I enjoy using. And then the people that I get to work with every day and that I'm comfortable and they're lovely and thinking about the walk that I get to enjoy on my way to work and that I get that time to be very present. Like all those things just came rolling through my mind. Just feeling the ground beneath my feet as I'm walking. It doesn't sound like much, but when you start allowing yourself to think about things you're grateful for, the list just goes on and on and on. So let me know some of the things that came up for you as you were going through this gratitude breathwork process. You can put them in the chat or you can put them in the comments after I've posted this. So now we're in this lovely, wonderful place of gratitude. We're relaxed. We're feeling any stress we felt is relaxed. We're feeling positive. We're feeling warmth. We're feeling happy. Let's move to our silent meditation because this is a good time to do it. Now, if you've never done a silent meditation, you might find it challenging. And I will tell you that I thought this was the only way that you could practice meditation for years before I discovered guided meditation and things like that. And this is a little bit of a mix between silent and guided, um, but because I'll be playing some ambient music in the background, it helps me to focus because if I find my mind wandering, then I come back to my breath. And that is going to be my mantra for you today or any time that you are doing breath work or meditation or trying to be silent and observing. Just come back to your breath. Your breath is always, always going to ground you. Now, the first time I tried this, I could only do, I don't know, 30 seconds or so before my mind started to do, 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 do. And again, our minds are going to do that because our minds are designed to solve problems. And if there isn't a problem, it's going to go look for one. Also, our brain designed to multitask, to be thinking of and doing multiple things at the same time. This is no different. So I'm going to be playing some music and we're going to be here for about 5 minutes. I'm going to give you a couple prompts through the process just to help bring you back to your breath, to your body. This is a great way to get grounded and in the moment. You can just give yourself grace. Give yourself the grace to expect that that's going to happen and give yourself the permission to come back to your breath. Now, I like to, as I mentioned before, close my eyes. So I have limited visual distractions because there's all kinds of interesting things in this room. And I will look at something and go, oh, I remember when I got that. No, that's not what I'm supposed to be doing here. If you find yourself doing that, just come back. But that's why I like to close my eyes. You can either close your eyes or gaze softly downward, whatever works best for you. Now, I'm going to play a little music and we're going to breathe and be silent. I will prompt you a couple times along the way. So here we go. And as always, don't hesitate to ask questions in the chat if you have any. If you find your mind wandering, just come right back to your breath and the sensations of the air moving in and out of your body. Focus on the sensations of your body. All right. So, how was that? I always feel so much more relaxed. And as you can imagine, this is why. This is why when I'm finished with this, I am in a place of relaxation. And it's so much easier to be authentically clear when I'm planning my week. But I encourage you to practice your gratitude breath through this week where we give thanks for all of the wonderful things that we have in our lives. I have a sleeping cat in front of a window. She's a YouTube video star. She has her own channel. I'll put the link below. It's pretty funny. But I'm grateful for that. I'm grateful for the sunlight that is streaming into the window right now. This very peaceful Sunday morning. It's a beautiful day. Let me know what you're grateful for and how doing the gratitude breathing and the silent meditation helped you today. And I'll be back here next week. I'm here every day for your intentional, mindful journaling. I read from my book, Inner Affirmation Inspirations, which has different prompts for your mindful journaling every single day. But join me next week. Join me every day. And don't forget to hit subscribe because I always have new meditations and new audio courses and new insights on mindfulness and intentional living. Have a beautiful week and enjoy being thankful for whatever family you have.